meditate on God, either in an obscure corner or in the solitude of forest or within the silent sanctuary of your own heart. Give up everything for Him. Resign yourself to Him, and there will be no more trouble for you. Then you will come to know that everything is done by His will. O God, we stand before you to seek your blessings. Guide our thoughts, word, and actions with your light of wisdom. We offer before you this day ourselves, our families, our teachers, our friends, and our school. Shower your divine grace upon us and protect us from all dangers. Morning prayer with GMG Academy. Thanksgiving prayer. Thank you, God, for having enlightened us with your wisdom. Every word and deed of ours has been guided by you. Thank you, Lord Almighty, for having showered your blessings on this day. Be with us now and forever. Prayer before learning languages. O God, enlighten our minds, strengthen our memory, and bless us to do well in the wonderful classes. Keep us healthy in mind and body all through our classes. High jump. Today we discuss an athlete of high jump. Introduction. High jump is track and field event in which the latest to have jump over horizontal bar without touching it. The fewest misses at the height at which the tie occurred. The fewest misses throughout the competition. If the event still remains tight, the tight jumpers have a jump off beginning at the next greater height. Each jumper has one attempt to clear the crossbar. The bar is then alternatively lowered or raised until one jumper succeeds at the given height. Measurements are made in whole centimeters perpendicularly from the ground to the lowest part of the upper side of the bar. History of high jump. High jump is a much younger sport as compared to many other athletic events. The first recorded high jump competition took place in Scotland in the 19th century. In the early days of the sport, jumpers approached the bar straight. This soon changed to a diagonal approach. Since the beginning of the 20th century, other modifications to techniques have been made by jumpers to improve the height achieved. The most revolutionary change in the technique was inspired by American athlete Dick Fosbury in high school. In the early 90s, Fosbury used to find it difficult to use the complex struggle technique that was popular at the time. He developed a technique that involved jumping over the bar head and shoulders first instead of leg and first, and landing on the neck, shoulders and back. This took advantage of the soft landing equipment being used by then, as the older sand or dust landing pits would have been too risky for this method. Fosbury successfully used this technique to win the gold at the 1968 Olympics. In spring, athletes around the world to take it up. Men's high jump. Men's high jump has been a feature of the Summer Olympics since the first edition in 1896. Women's high jump was included from 1928 between 19,000 and 1912. A standing high jump variant of the sport was also contested. rules and international events in the sport are governed by the International Association of Athletics Federations (IAF). Evolution of the high jump technique. Beginners may help and develop expertise in older techniques before moving on to the Fosbury flop. A technique like scissors jump is also a safer option, which a proper safety mat is not available for practice. Facts about high jump. USA and USSR, Russia have dominated the men's version of the sport at the international level. Of the 28 events held between 1896 and 2016, USA has won 13 gold medals and USSR Russia has won 7. As of 2018, the world record holder among men is Javier Sotomayor of Cuba. His record of 2.45 meter was set in 1993. He is the only athlete in history so far to clear the 8 feet mark in the high jump. The world record holder among women is Stefka Kostadinova from Bulgaria. Her record of 2.09 meter has stood since 1987. Other famous international high jumpers include Charles Dumas, USA, Verity Brummel, USSR, Vladimir Yachenko, Ukraine, Franklin Jacobs, USA, Charles Austin, USA, Nichin Chin, China, Patrick Sober, Sweden, Ailonda Balas, Romania, Ulrich Meisfar, Germany, and Sara Simoni, Italy. As of 2018, the national record among men held by Tejasvi Shankar, 2.29 meter. He achieved this in 2018. The record for women is held the Sahana Kumari, 1.92 meter, set in 2012. Maria Pan Thangavelu won the gold medal in men's high jump at the 2016 Paralympic Games. Other notable high jumpers from India are Hari Shankar Roy, Suresh Babu, Varun Singh Bhatti, Sharad Kumar, Bobby Aloysius, and Sangeeta Mohan. Basic requirement and equipment. Crossbar made of fiberglass or other suitable material but not metal. Circular cross section except for end pieces. Colored B so as to be visible to all conducting athletes. Maximum weight of the crossbar 2 kg. Diameter of the circle part of the crossbar. Upright. Any style of uprights may be used, provided they are rigid. They shall have supports for the crossbar firmly fixed to them. They shall be sufficiently tall as to exceed the actual height to which the crossbar is raised by at least 0.1 meter. The distance between the uprights shall not be less than 4 meter or more than 4.04 meter. There shall be a space of at least 10 millimeter between the ends of the crossbar and the uprights. Runway and takeoff area. Minimum width of the runway shall be 16 meter and minimum length of the runway shall be 50 meter. The takeoff area shall be level or be the downward inclination shall not exceed 0.04% in the last 50 meter of the runway. Landing area. The landing area should measure not less than 5 meter long and into 3 meter wide into 0.7 meter high. The area should be made of foam or other suitable material to prevent injury to the jumper. High jumpers shoes can have maximum thickness of 30 mm in the sole and 90 mm in the heel. Purpose of the activity: to use the right technique to safely jump to the greatest height. Outcome of the activities: the outcome of participating in these activities will be improvement in physical prowess and mental toughness, improvement in the ability to manage pressure, development of the ability to use strategy effectively, development of discipline and strong work ethic, enhancement in self-confidence, development of the ability to set, meet and exceed personal targets. Skills: there are 4 phases to a successful high jump attempt: approach, takeoff, flight and landing. High jumpers should begin by developing a consistent approach run and then learn the proper takeoff, flight, landing and landing techniques. Approach: a standard 10-step approach involves 5 steps in a straight line, followed by 5 steps along an arc curving towards the crossbar. You can make a check mark at the starting point and then another at the transition point from straight to curved running. To make the approach: start by pushing off with the takeoff foot. Begin slowly, then accelerate throughout the approach. Continue to accelerate while running in a straight line till your 5th step. When you reach the second check mark on the 6th step, land your takeoff and foot in front of the non-takeoff foot to continue the arc. Lean away from the bar by flexing at the ankles. Continue to accelerate while maintaining the arc toward the bar. Keep your head up, body erect and leaning away from the bar and vision above the bar. On your final 2 steps, your feet should land flat on the ground. Takeoff: begin your takeoff before you reach the center of the bar, so your momentum carries you over the center, which is the bar's lowest point. Plant the takeoff foot in front of you, with the toe pointing toward the bar standard, and drive your other leg and both arms straight up, while keeping them close to your body. The thigh of the non-takeoff leg should be roughly parallel to the ground, while your arms punch up to head level. On the bar with your chin tight to your chest. Leave the free leg up as the takeoff leg rises into smaller position. Alternatively, you can take off while only pumping your outside arm. This allows for greater speed, but the non-pumping arm can touch the bar or shift your momentum, causing you to hit the bar. If you are beginner, try both the double and single hand takes off to see which one works for you. Flight: the takeoff leg should continue toward the bar as your other leg. Shoulders and hips rotate until your back is to the bar. Your heels should be close to your backside with your knee apart. As your shoulders clear the bar, tip your head back. Move your hands to your thighs and arch your body to allow the hips to pass over the bar. Once your hips have cleared the bar, move your head forward, tucking your chin toward your chest and kick your legs up. This straightens the legs and helps them clear the bar. Landing. Landing is the most important phase which decides the safety of the athlete. Use only landing mats especially made for high jump. Land on your upper back. Some athletes go for a back roll to absorb the shock. Name any two famous international high jumpers. When was women's high jump included in the Olympics? Why do athletes go for a back roll while landing in the high jump? Name the world record holder amongst women in the high jump. Name the Indian high jumper who won the gold medal at the 2016 Paralympic Games. Human body. Food we eat. We eat food. Food as basic need. Components of food. Balanced diet. Care of food. Let's learn. Learning outcomes. Children will be able to discuss and share various kinds of food items used by a family on various occasions. List out food items based on energy giving, bodybuilding and protection from diseases. Classify food items into various components based on their functions and cite examples of each component of food. Explain the need for balanced diet in their own words. Discuss the need of each food component for healthy living. Infer why different groups of people require different amount and kinds of food, child, adult and elders, etc. Suggest various ways to avoid food wastage. Appreciate the need and importance of plants and environment in our life. Develop a sensitivity towards plants and the environment. All of us need food. Food is the basic need for all living organisms. Let us discuss about food in detail. Food as basic need. All living things need food to grow and stay alive. Food gives us energy to work and play. Food keeps us strong and protects us from various diseases. The materials present in our food for good health and growth are called nutrients. The 5 types of nutrients that our body needs are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. Apart from the nutrients, roughage and water also essential for us. All of these are called component of foods. Nutrients in our food. Carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, energy living, bodybuilding, protective. Components of food. The various components in our food help us differently on the basis of their functions. They are divided into 3 groups: energy giving, bodybuilding and protective food. Carbohydrates and fats are called energy giving food. Proteins are called bodybuilding foods. Vitamins and minerals are protective food. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates gives us energy. People who do a lot of physical work and need for carbohydrates. Rice, wheat, maize, potato are examples of carbohydrate rich food. Carbohydrates are digested more easily than fats and proteins. Potatoes, rice, bread, food items rich in carbohydrates. Fats. Fats give us more energy than carbohydrates. Fats also keep our body warm. They are difficult to digest. Oil, nuts, butter and ghee are examples of fat-rich food. Eating lots of fat-rich food is harmful. It leads to obesity. Ghee, butter, oil, nuts. Proteins. Proteins are called bodybuilding food as they help us to grow. Eggs, fish, meat, milk, peas and pulses are rich in proteins. Children and bodybuilders need more protein-rich food. Curd, pulses, milk, eggs, fish, food items rich in proteins, vitamins and minerals. They keep us healthy and fit as they protect us from various diseases. Fruits, vegetables and milk are rich in vitamins and minerals. Vitamin A, B, C, and D are some examples of vitamins. Papaya, carrot and leafy vegetables are rich in vitamin A. Milk and butter are rich in vitamin D. Calcium, sodium, iodine, potassium and iron are examples of minerals. Calcium makes our bones and teeth strong. Iron helps in the formation of blood. Fruits and vegetables. Let us know more. Milk is a complete food. It contains proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins and minerals. Let's recall. Food gives us energy to work and play. Water and roughage. Through water and roughage do not provide any nutrient to our body. They are essential for healthy digestive system. Water is essential for our body to stay healthy and work properly. Water also helps in the digestion of food. We must drink 6 to 8 glasses of water every day. Let's know more. About 3/4 of our body weight is water. Roughage is fibrant the present in our food. It cannot be digested, but it helps to remove the undigested food from our body. It is important for proper functioning of our digestive system. Whole grains, brown rice, salads, fruits and vegetables are rich in fibers. Vegetable salad, fruits. Balanced diet. The food we eat is called our diet. Our body needs all types of nutrition in particular amounts. A diet which has all the nutrition in right amounts is called balanced diet. A balanced diet. The foods at the bottom of the pyramid are meant to be eaten in a greater quantity than those at the here. Rice and bread must form a greater part of the daily diet. All seasonal fruits, vegetables must be taken in good amount. Protein-rich food such as milk, pulses, fish and cheese should be taken moderately. Oil, ghee and butter should be in little amount in our daily diet. We should eat a variety of food from each group daily. A balanced diet helps in proper functioning of our body. Let us know more. Junk foods are the food that have very low nutritional value. They have high fat, sugar and salt content. Once in a while we can eat them, but not on a regular basis. Teachers note. Discuss about daily intake of correct amounts of each type of nutrition and food. Also discuss the importance of water and roughage in our diet. Care of food. Food is one of the basic needs of our life. Every day lots of food get wasted and ends up in dustbin. Many children in the world are dying of hunger. So we should not waste food. Food should be taken in small proportions. We can refill our plates if needed. Food should be preserved to avoid it from getting spoiled. Perishable food that can spoil easily like fruits, vegetables and dairy products should be consumed prior to other food items. Dry food should be kept in airtight containers. Plants are the producers in the nature. We get a large variety of food from plants. We should take care of plants and should grow more and more plants so that we breathe in fresh air and enjoy plants products forever. Teachers note: encourage children to make the menu for 1 week, keeping the concept of balanced diet in mind. Also, ensure that they should choose and understand the importance of each food. Keywords: nutrition, the materials present in food necessary for good health, growth and proper functioning of our body. Obesity, the condition in which excess fat accumulates in the body. Balanced diet, a diet that contains all the nutrients in right amounts. Roughage, dietary fibers present in cereals, vegetables and fruits. Perishable, things that can spoil easily. Food preservation, keep food for long time without losing its natural value. And nutritional value. Let's revise. Food is the basic need for all living organisms. The materials present in our food for good health and growth are called nutrients. The 5 types of nutrients that our body needs are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. Carbohydrates and fats are called energy-giving food. Proteins and bodybuilding foods and vitamins and minerals are protective food. People who do a lot of physical work need more carbohydrates. Children and bodybuilders need more protein-rich food. Fats give us more energy than carbohydrates. A diet which has all the nutrition in correct proportion is called a balanced diet. We should not waste food. Food can be preserved in various ways. Human body, the teeth. Teeth of types of teeth, parts of a tooth, taking care of teeth. Let's learn and let's study. Learning outcomes. Children will be able to identify and name the different kinds of teeth in human beings. Draw pictures of each kind of tooth and label the parts of a tooth. Discuss the need for various kinds of teeth in human beings and explain their functions. Infer why the old people, adults and children have different numbers of teeth. Demonstrate healthy habits related to taking care of their teeth. Give reasons why the gums and teeth get spoiled, damaged. Suggest ways to keep teeth and gums healthy and strong. Appreciate the importance of regular checkup for teeth. Relate healthy and food habits with the development of healthy teeth and proper brushing. Let's warm up. Look into the mirror and open your mouth. First, count teeth in your lower jaw and then upper jaw. How many teeth do you have? Have you lost any teeth? If yes, how many? How do we use our teeth? Do you clean your teeth every day? Give reason. We should always keep our teeth clean and healthy. Our teeth are an important part of our body. One important function is that they help us in chewing our food. Also, they help us to speak correctly and give proper shape to our face. Let us learn about many things about our teeth. Teeth. When we low, our teeth becomes visible. They are present in our mouth on the upper and lower jaw. They grow from the jaw bones. All teeth are not of the same size and shape. Teeth help us in chewing food properly and thus play an important role in digestion. Types of teeth. Teeth are classified into different types on the basis of life of teeth. They are of two types: temporary teeth and permanent teeth. On the basis of structure and function, they are of four types: incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. Sets of teeth. Generally, there are two sets of teeth during the lifetime of human being: temporary teeth and permanent teeth. Temporary teeth. When a baby is born, it has no teeth. The first tooth comes out when the baby is around 6 months old. At the age of 3, there are 20 teeth in total, 10 in the upper jaw and 10 in the lower jaw. These teeth are called milk teeth or baby teeth or temporary teeth. These are the first set of teeth. Temporary teeth, permanent teeth, based on life of teeth, types of teeth, based on structure and function: incisors, canines, premolars, molars. Permanent teeth. When a child is around 6 years old, the milk teeth begin to fall. New teeth grow in place of old teeth. The new teeth are called permanent teeth. These are 32 in number, 16 in the upper and 16 in the lower jaw. If permanent teeth decay or fall off, no new teeth will grow in their place. So we must take care of our teeth. Kinds of teeth. Our teeth are of different shapes and sizes. There are 4 types of teeth on the basis of structure and function: incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. Let us know more. The third molars are known as wisdom teeth. Not everyone will get wisdom teeth. Incisors. They are the set of front teeth meant for cutting and biting. They are 8 incisors, 4 in the upper and 4 in the lower jaw. Canines. The sharp and pointed teeth next to incisors are called canines. They are used for tearing. They are 4 in number, 2 in the upper jaw and 2 in the lower jaw. Premolars. Next to the canines, there are the flat and broad teeth called premolars. They are used to chew and crush. There are 8 premolars, 4 in the upper jaw and 4 in lower jaw. Different types of teeth: wisdom teeth, molars, premolars, canine, incisors, canine, premolars, molars. Molars. After premolars, broader molars are found. They are 12 in number, 6 in each jaw. They are used for grinding and chewing. The third set of molars are called wisdom teeth. Thus, there are a total of 8 incisors, plus 4 canines, plus 8 premolars, plus 12 molars, equal to 32, 16 in each jaw. Permanent teeth in an adult human. Parts of tooth. A tooth has 2 parts, crown and root. The crown is the part of that we see. The root is the part of tooth inside the gum. The outermost white part of the tooth is called enamel. It is the hardest substance in our body. Enamel is the hard dentine. Inside dentine, the soft pulp lies. It forms the central part of tooth. It has blood vessels and nerves. Taking care of teeth. It is very important to take care of our teeth. Tooth decay is one of the common diseases in children and adults. While eating food, some small particles of food get stuck in the gaps of teeth. Some bacteria or germs grow in these gaps. They grow on food particles to produce a substance called acid. This acid softens and destroys the enamel, hence causing a hole or cavity in teeth. When this cavity grows and reaches the pulp, we feel pain. Cavity. Therefore, we should keep our teeth clean, healthy and germ-free. Here are some tips to take care of teeth. Brush your teeth twice a day, in the morning and at night. Clean both the front and back surfaces of the teeth properly. Move your brush up and down on the front of your teeth. Move your brush both up and down. Brush the chewing surface of premolars and molars. Rinse your mouth after every meal with water. Use dental floss to clean between two teeth. Eat food items containing calcium and vitamin C for stronger health. Visit a dentist in every 6 months for checkup. Move the brush up and down on the back. Let us know more. Plaque. If the teeth are not brushed regularly and properly, a yellow sticky substance begins to deposit on the surface of teeth. This is called plaque. Plaque causes foul smell in the mouth as it contains millions of harmful bacteria. Plaque. Let's do. To show that cleaning of teeth is must, you need 2 glass of bowls, water, boiled eggs, cola, drink. What to do? Fill water in the first bowl and cola in the second bowl. Place 1 hard boiled egg in each of the bowls. Cover both the bowls with lids. Leave these bowls overnight. Next day, pour out the water and cola from the bowls and check the eggs carefully. You will notice that the egg left in cola becomes brown because the effect of chemicals. In the same way, our tooth become yellow because of the effect of food left over on our teeth. Therefore, it is important to clean and brush our teeth after every meal at night. This practice will keep our teeth clean and white. Teachers note. Encourage children to learn and experience the importance of oral hygiene. Suggest them to avoid more sugar-rich and food such as chocolates, cookies, candies. Keywords. Enamel, the outer hardest part of the teeth. Jaw, upper and lower bony structures forming mouth. Temporary teeth, first set of teeth or milk teeth in children. Wisdom teeth, the third set of molars. Root of teeth, the part of tooth inside gum. Pulp, innermost part of tooth containing blood vessels and nerves. Crown, the part of tooth we see. Cavity, hole in the tooth. Plaque, yellow sticky layer around the tooth. Floss, a thin silk thread used to clean between teeth. Let us revise. Our teeth are an important part of our body. On the basis of life of teeth, human beings have 2 sets of teeth, temporary teeth and permanent teeth. Milk teeth or temporary teeth are 20 in number and permanent teeth are 30 in number, 32 in number. There are 4 types of teeth: incisors, canines, premolars and molars on the basis of structure and function. A tooth has 2 parts, crown and root. Tooth decay results in bad breath and toothache. Proper care of teeth is important. Evolution of mankind. Evolution of human beings. Class objectives. Students will be able to know the process of human evolution. Understand that fossils, tools and bones provide evidence of ancient life forms. Identify, compare and contrast the features of the 4 stone ages. Taking off. Discuss and let's learn the following. Do you enjoy learning about the past? When you go on holidays, do you collect the shells, pebbles, or any other things that will later remind you of your visit to the place? You have learned that the invention of the wheel brought about great challenges and changes in transportation. Have you ever wondered who invented the wheel? Wheel was invented by the early humans. The people who lived on the earth thousands of years ago are called the early humans. The early humans lived in prehistoric times. It was the time when no one knew how to read or write, and therefore we do not have any written material or record on how people lived in those times. Sources that tell us about the early humans. Scientists and archaeologists rely upon fossils, tools, and weapons left behind by the early human beings to study the past. Bones and skeletons of human beings, animals belonging to that period also give us a good insight into their lives. We also get some information about the early human beings from their shelters and cave paintings on the walls of the caves in which they lived. The human evolution. The story of the evolution helps us to understand that human beings evolved from the ape family. Around 60 million years ago, the apes appeared on the earth. These apes slowly developed into human beings. This slow development of human beings from apes to the modern people is called evolution. Human beings first appeared on this earth around 3 million years ago. Scientists believe that we, the human beings, evolved from hominids that lived on this earth thousands of years ago. Scientists have classified hominids into three distinct categories. Homo habilis, the first to make tools for stone. Homo erectus, the first to stand upright and use fire. Homo sapiens, the thinking people. Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo sapiens. Did you know? It is generally believed from a study of fossils that hominids were from Africa. The Stone Age. The Stone Age is the period in history when human beings used various kinds of tools made of stone. The period can be divided into the Paleolithic Age or the Old Stone Age, the Mesolithic Age or the Middle Stone Age, the Neolithic Age or the New Stone Age, the Chalcolithic Age or the Stone Copper Age, the Paleolithic Age or the Old Stone Age. Early human beings who lived during this period ate fruits and roots. They killed animals with their stone weapons and ate their flesh. They were known as hunter-gatherers because they lived by hunting animals and gathering plants and fruits to eat. However, they faced two major problems. Many animals ran faster than the early humans. It was dangerous to get too close to the animals as they attacked the early human beings, often killing or injuring them. Tools. To overcome the problems faced during hunting, the early human beings made tools of stone which had sharp edges and could be thrown from a distance. They did this by chipping away small pieces of stone from a big piece. Gradually, they learned that some stones could be chipped and made sharper more easily than others. The hunter-gatherers discovered a stone called flint. Flint stone could be easily shaped and was used to make up sharp objects. They made knives, spears, arrowheads, axes, and harpoons with flint and other stones. These tools were used for hunting animals, cutting meat, fish, digging, and even sewing. During excavations, the archaeologists have found many such tools which still retain their sharpness. Shelters. People living in the Stone Age did not have houses as we have now, so they lived on trees to protect themselves from wild animals. Sometimes they made houses with animal skins. To protect themselves from the sun, cold, and rain, the early humans took shelter in rock caves. Cave paintings. Early human beings made paintings and drawings on the walls of the caves they lived in. Possibly as a form of recreation, most of these show images of hunting. Archaeologists believe that these paintings may have had some religious significance. What is significant is that the colors used in these paintings are still quite vivid. Did you know India has one of the largest collections of rock paintings in the world? The most famous of the rock paintings are in Bhimbek in Madhya Pradesh. This means that the prehistoric humans existed here in India also. The recent discovery of large collection of tools in Jharkhand also points out to the same. Fossils. We can also study the bones and skeletons of these early people to know them better. The traces of prehistoric bones, skeletons, animal and plant remains preserved in rocks are called fossils. Do and learn. Use reference history books, newspapers, or the internet to collect pictures of cave paintings made by the early human beings. Paste the pictures in your scrapbook and write 2 lines about each picture. The life of the hunter-gatherer. The life of the hunter-gatherer was difficult. They led a nomadic life, moving from one place to another in search of food and water. They hunted animals and ate berries, nuts, fruits. They wore clothes made of leaves and animal skins. The discovery and use of fiber and fire changed the lives of people in many ways. However, it is not known how fire was discovered. Many theories abound, some of which are here. Lightning set dry woods on fire. Occurrence of a forest fire. Sparks from stone tools that were being made. Fire helped the early humans in many ways. Fire could keep people warm. Fire protected them from wild animals. Food cooked on fire was softer and tastier. Fire lit up and the dark caves at night. Early humans discovered the spark while making stone tools. Did you know? There are groups of people in the Andaman Islands who live the life of hunter-gatherer even today. Discuss and learn. Think and discuss. What are the uses of fire in our day-to-day lives? The Mesolithic Age or the Middle Stone Age. This was the period after the Paleolithic Age. The period saw the beginning of agriculture in some areas. Cannons and bows have been found at some sites which indicate a certain degree of advancement from the Old Stone Age. However, tools made of flint continued to be used for hunting and gathering food. The Neolithic Age or the New Stone Age. This period witnessed the beginning of a settled life, the practice of agriculture and domestication of animals. Some of the earliest crops grown were wheat and millet. Settled life and agriculture provided the early humans with a regular supply of food. The early humans also started keeping dogs, sheep, goats, cattle, pigs and poultry. Domestication of animals had several advantages, some of which are discussed here. It provided them a regular supply of meat. They should use the skin of animals for covering themselves. Animal skin was also used for making hunts. Later, cattle were used for plugging the land. Animals were used by early humans to protect themselves from the attack of other tribes. Their settled life led to the early human beings making huts using twigs, grass, sticks, clay and the skin of animals. Gradually, more people started living together in one area. This is how villages came about. Another important development of the Neolithic Age was the invention of the wheel. This invention made the life of the people much easier. Now they could transport goods on wheeled cars, make pottery on the potter's wheel, and also use the wheel for spinning and weaving clothes. Think and answer. Which period do the following belong to? The Chalcolithic Age for the Stone Copper Age. The next period witnessed a gradual transition from the use of stone tools to the use of metals. The first metal used was copper. This period is called Chalcolithic Age or the Stone Copper Age. During this period, there was a widespread use of stone tools alongside copper tools. Chalcolithic period people were good coppersmiths and stone workers. Bangles made of copper and tools made of stone have been found in many sites. They used a different kind of pottery known as black and red pottery. The Bronze Age. The Bronze Age began when people learned to mix copper and tin to make bronze. Tools made of bronze were stronger than stone tools. The discovery of copper and tin had far-reaching effects, some of which are here. People need to mine tin and copper. This means that some people had to shift from farming to mining. Tin in turn meant that farmers had to produce more food. More occupations emerged to sustain each other. For example, the potter had to create more pots for storing surplus grains. Therefore, we see major changes during this period. Do and learn. Let's study. Visit a museum or an archaeological site. Record your observations there and conduct a discussion in the classes with your teacher's permission. Gradually, the discovery of metals gave way to the end of the Stone Age. Vocabulary. Archaeologist, a person who studies the past by digging out and examining the remains of old cities, objects and buildings that have been buried in the ground over the ages. Excavation, digging out old buried objects to learn more about the past. Hominids, prehistoric apes, significance, importance, vivid, clear and detailed images, evolution of human beings. Categories: Homo habilis, Homo erectus, Homo sapiens. Sources: tools, shelters, cave paintings. The Stone Ages: the Paleolithic Age, the Mesolithic Age, the Neolithic Age, the Chalcolithic Age. Evolution. What are our sources of information about life during prehistoric times? Describe the nomadic life of early human beings. How did fire affect the lives of early human beings? State some advantages of the domestication of animals. What were some of the major changes in the Neolithic Age? Name the first metal used by the early human beings.
Get lost in the middle of time. When did I get lost in the middle of time? Lost in the middle of time. But I'm not falling, even if I'm caught in the middle. No, I'm not falling. But when did I get lost in the middle of time?
you.